Hello, this is Rip with IMSI Design, and today's subject is using TurboCAD to plan a CrossFit event. Okay, if you don't know, CrossFit is a strength and conditioning program that also has a competitive aspect to it. The athletes compete different workouts known as WODs, and they're scored either by time or amount of either time to complete all the tasks or a specific amount of tasks, as many times as you can do them in a certain amount of time. Anyway, so in this event, the athletes are going to be required to row 1,500 meters, do 50 pull-ups, do 40 wall balls, which is tossing a med ball to a target against a wall, a medicine ball, 30 ground to overhead. That means taking a barbell with a load on it from the ground all the way to overhead, however they like. There's also 20 kettlebell swings, which is a kettlebell is a weighted sort of bell with a handle on it, and 10 handstand push-ups. Okay, so let's just say there's going to be several heats in this event. This is going to be the fifth workout here in this event, and there's going to be several heats in this event. And so let's say we're planning for the first heat that's going to have 5 men and 2 women competing at the same time. So the women are going to be doing different weights here. So let's take it from the top here. So first thing is we're going to set up the first station. Each athlete's going to need a 4x6 rubber mat. So I'm going to pull my rubber mat that I've drawn here. So I've got all the different pieces of equipment already drawn out and saved as blocks. So I could use this drawing as a template for other events as well. So I've got the 4x6 rubber mat. Then I'm going to need a rowing machine for them to row 1,500 meters. Then I'm going to need a medicine ball for the wall balls. So I'll drag so if we're doing a men's station here, I'm going to drag 20 pounds out, a 20-pound medicine ball out here. Now for the ground to overhead, I'm going to need to start with a 45-pound barbell. Now let's zoom in so we can see this here. See, there's my rubber mat. I've got the barbell sitting on it, so it's 45 pounds. I need to be at 135, so I'll add an additional 45 pounds of weight to each side. And just drag that off here. Then I'm going to relocate the reference point of the block real quick so I can have it flush and looking nice. So what else do we need here? There are the 20 kettlebell swings and the handstand push-ups. So the pull-ups are going to be done on this center pull-up rig here that I've already drawn, and the handstand push-ups will be done against the wall somewhere. So all we have left is the 53-pound kettlebell, which I'll just drag and drop right here. All right, so I've also added attributes to several of the different objects here, so we can run a couple different reports. So first off, I'm going to select the barbell and the load, and I'm going to go to Tools, Database, Report, and I'm going to choose Barbell Load and hit Report. So I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. So this is going to give me a sum. So I'm going to insert this report into the drawing. I want to make it bigger. It gives me the name of the object, how many of these objects are in there, and the weight. So the total weight is 135 pounds, and that checks out exactly with what we are looking for here. So the men's weight for ground to overhead is 135 pounds, and we have a 135-pound barbell load. And so if somebody is setting up the station, they'll know exactly what they need here. So let's also I also have one set up for all the equipment, just to give a list of the equipment. So I'll go ahead and select the equipment. I'm going to go to Database Report. equipment for station. Oops. Tool, database, report. I need to hit equipment for station, then hit the report button. Okay. So I'm just going to switch this around here. Make this a little bigger so we can see what's going on. So now I have a list of all the equipment necessary for this station. So 20-pound med ball, 1, 45-pound barbell, 1, 45-pound bumper, 2, rubber mat, 1, kettlebell, 1, rowing machine, 1. So whoever's setting up the station, if they have a copy of these plans, they'll know exactly what they need. So let's go ahead and set up the additional stations. I'll just go ahead and copy and paste this a couple times. So we're going to have 7 athletes in this heat, 5 men and 2 women. Okay, so now I've got all 5 of the men's stations. Now it's time to create the women's station. So again, oops, I forgot the rowing machines, but luckily I can just a simple matter of dragging them out of the blocks palette into my drawings. No need to copy and paste here. You just drag it right out. So let's start with the women's station. I'm going to need a rowing machine. We're going to need a rubber mat. We're going to need the 16-pound medicine ball. We're also going to need an empty barbell. And then we're going to need, so it's 95 pounds, so we're going to need an additional 50 pounds of weight. So we'll have put on 2 25-pound bumpers. All right, so I can go ahead. So what else do we need? Oh, last thing is the kettlebell. They need a 35-pound kettlebell, which I have over here in the blocks palette. So we'll go ahead and copy and paste. So now I have all this station set up. I can also run reports for the barbell load. So need to add the sum. Yep, so it adds up correctly. I've got the barbell load is 95 pounds. And then I can go ahead and run the equipment for station report. And if I wanted to, I could do a equipment for station report for each station, which may be useful. And also, I've got one final report that I've added to this, so I can go ahead and select all the equipment here, and I'm going to go to Tools, Database, Report, and I need total equipment for workout. So this will give me a total of what I need for this entire workout. So if I'm planning this event, this is going to be very useful information. I'm going to need to know this for every single heat. And so if I've got a bunch of different heats, a bunch of different athletes, this information is going to be very useful to me for planning this event. I'll know exactly what I need and where to put it. So I'll go ahead and generate this report. Okay, and what I can do is I can select all of these objects, open up the design director, create a new layer. I'm going to call this layer Heat 1. And I'm going to go ahead and select all the objects that are only going to pertain to Heat 1. Put them in the Heat 1 layer. Then when I turn off the layer, that's all disappeared. And I can then create the other heats. Now, so there's several different ways I can send this out. I can save this as a PDF file. So someone could look at it on their computer or even their phone. It could also, the more traditional way would be to print it out. So I could give every single person who needs to set up a copy of the printout. I could also save it in a CAD format, and they could open it up on their phone or a tablet using our TurboViewer CAD file reader. So that's about it for this part. As you can see, there's same thing could be used for planning several different types of events, not just athletic events, but you could also use it for maybe a wedding or a banquet, several different things. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.